Jewish heroism is Mesirut Nefesh L'Ma'an Tov, going beyond your limited self for the sake of creation's good. And if we want to find the point of heroism in this week's Parsha Vayera, we need look no further than Yitzchak laying himself down on the altar. The Akedah, the binding of Isaac, is a disturbing story. It's meant to disturb, in fact. That's why I believe our tradition places it as part of our morning liturgy. It's something you need to face every single day in order that it awaken within you the power of Mesirut, of going beyond your limits. Just picture Yitzchak trudging for 3 days behind his father Abraham. He's done the sacrifice before. The question probably occurred to him at least a day before he opens his mouth and says, "Father, here's the wood and the fire. Where's the lamb for the sacrifice?" Can you feel it? He's got the weight of wood on his back. He understands its relationship to that fire his father carries, actualizing its potential energy. He asks about the lamb, but I'm pretty sure he's looking at the knife, because Yitzchak knows what's being asked of him. This is the power of a Jewish hero, to see the good in a situation, to hear what they're being called to, and to go beyond their limits for the sake of the divine service. Yitzchak isn't forced to follow his father up the mountain. He chooses an absolute devotion, a willingness to give his entire self for that moment of divine service. But that devotion is only enough to get him to the top of the mountain, because when he's there, he's bound. This is called the Akedah, meaning it's not an incidental fact that Yitzchak is bound on the altar. It's the binding of Isaac that we're witnessing. Why is he bound if he's so devoted that he followed his father up the mountain? The answer is that we all have the possibility of flinching in the moment of truth. There's a level of commitment beyond the bounds of our agency, and it's only through such a commitment that we can unleash energy that we don't know that we have. That's the power of Akedah, of binding, the commitment beyond the bounds of agency that releases energy beyond the bounds of our assumed possibility. And so Yitzchak asks his father to bind him there on the altar, and God stays the hand with the knife. Or at least that's how the theatrical version goes. Yitzchak gets down. Granted, father and son never speak to each other anymore, but he's completely masur, given over to the mission that will be his to inherit from Abraham. Follow his story forward, and you'll see how Yitzchak can turn one thing into 100, how he struggles and is victorious for the land, many ways in which he's wholly devoted. But if that's the theatrical version, there's also a director's cut. You see it peeking from the cracks of Midrash and in our liturgy, where Yitzchak actually dies on that altar. There's no angel that stays Abraham's hand. His ashes, in fact, rest on that altar before the divine vision continually. It's an absolute beyond devotion. It's a complete consumption, a dedication. We might call it ego death, because the person Yitzchak was is left behind, and he enters into a new consciousness, a new life coming down off that altar, or being consumed by his devotion. That's Mesirut. It's a power that we can all access in our own way, and we can learn it from the story of the binding. If you want to know a little bit more about Jewish heroism, go to jewishheroism.com. You'll see the 7 paths of the Jewish hero's journey all laid out for you as a video master course. Join the quest for creation's good by signing up today, or be in touch with me, ravmikefeuer@gmail.com. I'm happy to engage some Torah-like counseling and find the way in which your life is actually a heroic journey, to uncover the light you were created to shine and let it loose on creation. Shabbat Shalom.